Next up, we're going to talk about a few different kinds of single leg squats. We talked about how important these are from an EMG, muscle activation standpoint, functionality is there. So it's a very important exercise, but it's difficult to do, and it's one that you're often training your patients up to be able to do this. It's one that I advise on only adding this in when your patient has exhibited basic foundational strength and ability to do some other slightly easier, less strenuous single leg exercises. They've also got appropriate balance. It's a tough exercise. So I'll show you a couple different variations. We've got the pistol variation. We've got the variation where it's almost like a step back lunge where your leg never hits the floor, and then we'll do like a sit to stand. So for any of these, transverse and frontal plane control of the knee is paramount. Control of the pelvis becomes paramount as well. So sometimes if people are doing, let's start with the pistol squat. I'm terrible at these. I cannot go down to the floor and stand up. I will need an ambulance, so I'm not going to try that. Pistol squat is the legs out in front of you. So you're going to squat down. I'm going to go about as far as I can go here. I think it's as far down as I can go before my form suffers. What can happen with this, and really with any of them, we always talk about knee caving in, but there's also this pelvis sliding out thing. So as people try to get lower, they start to slide out. Now, when you're watching your patients do this, make sure it's not just losing balance, but you'll see this with other things. You'll see glute medius potential actual weakness with a manual muscle test on the table. You might see a lunge and some other less complicated things look kind of off. So you want to pair this together when you're making sort of a diagnostic movement analysis of someone, what their extremity is doing and why. Same rule holds if I'm going back. So if I do this version, which is easier, you know, I'm getting a good forward trunk lean, pretty stable through the hip. Be careful of, again, frontal plane, pelvis sliding out. Watch these in each other and see what happens. I'm looking a lot at the foot and ankle for this as well. Anyone with a flat foot has planus. Anybody with an ankle instability, you might see that manifest in this exercise. If you watch me from the front, similar to any other exercise we've done, if my knee goes out in front, it's a little more quad dominant. If I sit way back, it becomes more glute dominant. So again, knee moment, you can change it with this exercise as well. Another thing that we'll talk about is using this as a sit to stand. I do this with patients all the time in transitioning them from, let's say, having a very weak and dysfunctional lower extremity into being able to do whatever they want. This single leg sit to stand is a great way to kind of train them eccentrically, and they can pop back up, slow on the way down. You can't see me from the side with this, but I'm getting a lot of glute activation because I'm getting this trunk lean, whoops, and I sit way back, trunk lean on the way up, so I can use that momentum, I have the support of the table. It's a great way to transition people from having a lot of difficulty with a single leg squat into being able to adequately perform a single leg squat without support such as this.